Yeah, we're all gonna die. Yeah.
The camera's rolling, man.
What do you mean the camera's rolling?
I mean, the camera's rolling.
Why the hell did you warn me? Why didn't you tell me? I'm gonna fire all of you. None of you do anything on the show.
No.
I write and edit and host this entire thing. I'm gonna fire all of you.
And I do everything else.
I don't have notes to straighten. I don't have notes to straighten. Damn it.
Hey, do you want this piece of tape?
Alright. Well, anyways, now on to news. The drones in New Jersey turned out to be government spy drones. The FBI knew about it the entire time. The government is spying on the citizens. Anyways, let's talk to Jane Bowers. Cut.
Wait, how the hell did you send me to hell? How? I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you.
I still don't know what he was rambling about. Anyways, on to our main story. Donald Trump signed a number of executive orders in his first week in office, including, but not limited to, reinstating Schedule F, Thanos snapping trans people out of existence, please don't hurt my feelings, stop throwing things at me, please don't hurt my feelings, declaring the southern border a national emergency, weaponizing the federal government against my enemies, ending the weaponization of the federal government, withdrawing from the World Health Organization, restoring the death penalty, establishing the Department of Government Efficiency, declassifying JFK and Martin Luther King files, pardon dangerous criminals, and protect America from criminals. This is just 3 pages out of 13 of the headline titles. Anyways, now over to Kai for the weather. Cut.
Now, as you can clearly see, it's an amazingly cold day outside. There's like no blue and a little bit of light from the deathly sun coming through the clouds. It's like perfect weather to freeze your entire body up and just have fun in the darkness too. Go. Now, unfortunately, I will have to send you back to the news.
Thanks, Kai. Now, before our third story, here's a comedy sketch I wrote at 3 in the morning while tripping on a grotesque amount of Starbucks Frappuccinos. Now, since I didn't want to think of a clever place to put this, let's talk to our White House correspondent, Michael Bergs. Cut. Well, Michael will be dearly, swiftly replaced.
I don't care.
Many of Donald Trump's executive orders have been called into question as to their legality. And it appears that many have been repealed, given that the official White House page has gone from having 13 pages of titles to now only having 8. I don't know why I'm pointing there because I won't be able to find the screenshots. Now, these executive orders are so large in number and so grotesquely boring to read that if I had forced myself to read all of them, you would be hearing about another Writers Guild of America strike. Skip that because I forgot to write which one it is. Oh, actually, I can just look at it now. Anyways, now let's talk about the most recent event that has reset the days without incident counter. By which I mean the most recent executive order. The most recent is progress on the situation at our northern border. Blah, 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 boring. Seriously, these are so intensely boring. And also I want to read it in a British accent, I really do.
Then read it in a British accent.
On February 1st, 2025, I determined that the failure of Canada to arrest, seize, detain, or otherwise intercept drug trafficking organizations and other drug and human traffickers and criminals at large constitutes an unusual and extraordinary threat, which has its source in a substantial part outside the United States, to the national security, foreign policy, and economy of the United States. To address that threat, I invoke my authority under Section 1702A1B of the IEEPA to impose ad valorem tariffs on articles that are products of Canada. That was intensely fun. But we can't spend an entire episode of me reading one of like 87 executive orders in a British accent, as funny as that would be. I do not apologize for the noise disturbance because we stopped caring 3 episodes ago.
I agree with that segment.
I once again do not apologize for the noise disturbance. I feel like it's louder than I feel like it's more annoying this time than it was last time.
Like last time, I just had a bunch of guitars.
Which like are such volumes that I can actually cut them out. Anyways. Speaking of Donald Trump though, let's talk about his headshot. Actually, all of the headshots. I'm on the White House page right now. By the way, hold on. I've had to visit this website like 30 times over the last week, and I hate having to read this corny aw message every single time. This is seriously the corniest thing I've ever read. And hopefully every single breath in his body is very few. Anyways, administration. So, let's start with Donald Trump's headshot. It's giving Squid Game Season 2. It looks like he's trying to be cool and imposing, but he just ends up looking like an absolute moron, like a cartoon supervillain.
An idiot.
There are a lot of words for moron. I'm only using moron because I don't have the physical because I don't have the lifespan left to list all of the words that I would use to describe him. Anyways, now on to JD Vance. That is in fact the face that I would be making if when realizing that I had to spend the next 4 years in the same building as Donald Trump. Now on to Melania. Now, I don't see much wrong with it. I mean, like, it looks like something I would hear. Like, it looks like James Bond music belongs over it.
It also is more of a body shot.
That's true. Now, I would make fun of Vance's wife, whose name I will be canceled for trying to pronounce. But honestly, I just don't have it in my heart to make fun of someone who's been cheated on with a couch. Now, let's talk about what the government doesn't want you to know. Did you know that the pyramids of Giza were actually built with Jewish space lasers? And yes, the religion of the space lasers is important, and the mummies are going to come back to take over civilization. This is a threat to our democracy.
Here's our host is having some technical problems. Relation to dead and having not alive. Well, now, our corporate diving sponsors. Don't you hate it when your fridge is running so you have to run uphill both ways, and then Adolf Hitler steals your Nutella? Well, I can't help you with that, but buy our all-purpose oil. You can put it in your car, you can put it on your cans, you can even put it in